Hi, and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris, and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at the most important headlines that I think you need to be aware of. But we're also going to have a look at this subject. Is crypto dead or dying right now? Is it a bubble that is going to go to zero? With everything FTX, there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding out there, and I really want to give my views and opinions on all of this as a subject matter. If you enjoy this sort of content and you wish to support the channel, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to check out the trading competition. It's a team competition with 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. Link is in the description of the video, and you can jump in our Discord. We've got over 5,000 people talking about crypto 24/7, supporting one another, navigate the space safely, immerse yourself in a fantastic community like what we've got in the Discord for absolutely zero. It's going to cost you nothing. You've got nothing to lose. Jump on down and see all the alpha content. We have been very, very proud, and I do feel proud to be sat here telling you that we called out FTX before it happened. We gave our community ample opportunity to get out. We highlighted BlockFi. We've highlighted a few other exchanges and platforms that we have concerns over. And, it's a fantastic place. It's all about keeping your capital safe at the moment. Do jump down into the Discord. Absolutely free. Link is in the description. Right. Let's stop rambling on. Let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so here we are on CoinMarketCap, and I wanted to come on here because we've actually come down significantly for the total market cap of all crypto at $803.17 billion, down 2.34% at the time of recording. But that's not the only story, right? Bitcoin went below $16,000. It's currently down 2.28% at the time of recording at 16,146.63. And look, it went down as low as 15,960 and a few cents. So interesting to see. We still think there's more contagion in the space at the moment with everything that's happened around FTX. So this is about being careful in the space, making sure that you're preserving your capital, you're keeping your capital safe. Understand the risks that you have. Exchanges are not banks, right? We need to be really, really clear on this. They don't have insurance policies and stuff like that in most cases. So a lot of your collateral or your crypto can be used as collateral if an exchange goes bankrupt. But there's many, many risks associated with exchanges. The risk of a hack and losing your crypto that way. Obviously, bankruptcy for platforms, and we've seen a few of those, the likes of FTX, 𝗕𝗪𝗓𝗓, BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, just to list a few for you. A real issue in the space. Not only have you got that, but you've got other perhaps less well known ways you can lose your crypto, right? One of these would be API keys. If you've got API keys set up on exchanges, my message to you is make sure that they're read only, and if you don't need them, remove them. API keys on exchanges are a fantastic way for hackers to get at your crypto. So just make sure that you're doing everything in your power to mitigate all these risks. I highlight this because I want you to be successful in the space. Many people have set up YouTube channels, they've set up Discords, Patreons. They've got all the links, and they shill you shit coins for money and not tell you. There's lots of bad actors in this space. I'm trying to inform you all of the goings on in the space, and I'm trying to help you navigate this space safely. So look, just be really, really careful out there. Go away, do your own research. We do have a link, and it is an affiliate link. We do get a kickback. The link is in the description of this video. It's a Ledger link. Ledger obviously provide hardware wallets. This is how Nick and myself like to keep our crypto safe, and I do recommend checking that out and seeing if it resonates with you. But let's move on. We're going to start here just in as we were going live. Bank of England Deputy Governor says the UK might need a digital pound following the FTX collapse. Wouldn't you know it, right? We knew they were working on this anyway. We've seen all the project plans. And, maybe the FTX is a planned catalyst for everything that we see with CBDCs. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Really fishy, that, in my opinion. Now, I want to talk about a platform that, again, I have concerns over. I have raised it in our Discord. I haven't really talked about it, publicly on YouTube, on a podcast or anything like that. If you want to see the platforms that I do have concerns over, they are listed in our Discord. They have been since, day dot really of the FTX saga. And there's reasoning as to why I have concerns over 𝗕𝗄 and 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗡 and a few others, right? So you can look through the Discord and you can get a bit of understanding of my reasoning behind all of this stuff. But, it's interesting to see the types of people that are, in this space, right? And this is, again, just something that, maybe shows some true colors amongst some of the misleading information that is being shared by many of these projects. But crypto lender 𝗕𝗄 sued for allegedly blocking $126 million of withdrawals, according to a report. The claimants alleged that 𝗕𝗄 froze their account in 2020 to 2021 after they sought to remove their assets from the platform. It goes on further to talk about, the fact that the group that's suing 𝗕𝗄 is, basically happening in the London High Court. And they've alleged that the crypto firm blocked them from withdrawing over £107 million worth of crypto, the $126 million. And according to the report, basically what they're saying is they were also blackmailed into potentially selling their 𝗕𝗄 tokens at a discounted rate back to 𝗕𝗄. So look, if true, and I'm gonna say allegedly and use all that sort of terminology, if this is true, then there is potential that they've been manipulating the price of 𝗕𝗄, buying back at a discounted price just because somebody's got an awful lot of your token is not standard practice that I would expect to see in the space. I think that this is a very alarming article if true, but I guess it's one that we have to kind of wait and see what the outcome is. But I have my suspicions, as you're aware if you're in the Discord, so definitely worth checking that out. Jump down to the Discord and you can read further on that. The other thing that I want to talk about is pensions. You've got a pension giant here that plans just to write off all the $95 million worth of investment they had in the crypto exchange 𝗕𝗄. So you're talking about a 0.05% net loss. But what I would say is, how many other, I guess, pensions are exposed to these sorts of activities? And, in the UK, I don't know what it's like around the world, but in the UK, you're forced into, I guess, having the pension. You're very, very difficult to get out of it. And, my experience, maybe it's not the same experience for others, but for myself, I found it very, very difficult to get out of my pension. Obviously, they try to keep you in the pension because obviously the government don't want to subsidize living, the old people, retiring and living to a ripe old age, right? So, look, I have concerns over pensions. I have concerns over them generally. I don't think they're really as good as they're being made out to be, particularly when they don't do their due diligence properly on these, investments. I mean, investing in FTX, if you've done full due diligence, then, I just think that they wouldn't be in the position they're in. Now, I looked at FTX, there was, stuff that was being hidden by them that I didn't find, with said individual that had impacts or a relationship with the poker scandal website stuff. That wasn't easily accessible to be found, and a lot of it had been removed from the internet. So some of this is being removed and hard to find, but I'd have expected pensions to have had safeguards in place, wanting to see the actual assets and see more information on it, but it seems like they're just as risky with their investment strategies as everybody else. It's just my opinion. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And then the final thing that I wanted to cover off, billionaire investor Bill Ackman says crypto is here to stay. Again, a lot of fallout from the FTX saga. The problem with crypto is that unethical promoters can create tokens simply to facilitate pumping and dumping schemes. And he's right with all this sort of stuff. But there is something that I want to talk about, and a lot of this is the misunderstanding that is out there at the moment, particularly around cryptocurrency. It's going to zero, it's a Ponzi scheme, all these sorts of things that are being put out there. And I think Charles put it the best way. If you think that crypto is dead and it's corrupt and it's a bubble and all that sort of stuff, you're doing crypto wrong. This is a problem with people that crypto is looking to solve. And I think Charles has a very, very good point there. One thing that I would say is there's a lot of people with a hidden agenda, and crypto is in the crosshairs right now. However, this sort of fraud with like FTX and Alameda Research and all the pump and dump schemes and all this stuff that happens, this happens in many other sectors, many other industries, as well as in the stock market, within banking. We've seen this across the board. This is a people problem. This isn't necessarily a blockchain technology or a crypto problem. And I think that message needs to be put out into the abyss so people can kind of understand and get more, I guess, views on this. Because I think what you're getting from media is a certain narrative, mainly because the likes of the people like SBF and so forth that were I guess they were the brains behind FTX and the scammers behind it, in my opinion. But they've got heavy links to the government, and these individuals don't want to look bad. So, I think there's a certain picture being painted, and it's not really the true and accurate picture. And, for all the talk of fake news and all that BS, let's see if we can get some of this shit fact checked. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Keep your crypto safe. Make sure that you self-custody your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto is the message here. At the moment, we're going through a phase, as I mentioned before the FTX thing kicked off, that is really about preserving your capital right now. It's about keeping your money safe. Question the risk that you have and whether you need to hold that risk. This is the thing to be doing in this part or phase of the bear market. When we change to phase where it's all focused about how we can maximize profit and how we can make a lot of money, we will move on to that phase and we will articulate that to you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't trade and all that sort of stuff. There is still money to be made in this market. But, the priority needs to be keeping your capital safe. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button. We will be having JB and Mikey with us for tomorrow's official start of the new podcast. So yeah, really excited for that. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care.